Have you ever heard someone say, broken bones in old age are normal? But the reality is far more concerning. According to statistics from the National Osteoporosis Foundation, 2022, more than 2 million osteoporosis-related fractures occur annually in the U.S., and over 50% happen in people over 65. What few people tell you is that after such a fall, the risk of losing the ability to care for yourself, memory decline, and overall physical deterioration increases rapidly. Science calls this frailty, a syndrome described in detail in the research by Frailty et al., published in the Journals of Gerontology in 2001. It is a condition where the body gradually loses stamina, strength, and resilience, even after a minor incident. The crucial point is, frailty doesn't just occur after a fracture. It is often the cause of it. Those who walk more slowly, lose weight without explanation, or show muscle weakness are at higher risk of falling than others their age. All of today's information is carefully selected from peer-reviewed research by reputable institutions such as the NIH, Tufts University, and international medical journals. And for your convenience, all research sources are listed below this video. If you find this video helpful, please click like and subscribe so we can continue discovering simple, pressure-free ways to stay healthy, together, every day. Let's get started. Number 1. Spinach. There is a dark green leafy vegetable, soft as velvet, known as the green blood of nature. People often think of it when looking to boost iron intake, make detox juices, or prepare light soups for those recovering from illness. But few know that spinach has an even more remarkable benefit, increasing blood flow to the legs, improving endurance, and nourishing the muscle fibers that weaken with age. Many assume leafy greens are just for fiber. But with spinach, the key lies in its natural nitrate content. Once consumed, nitrates are converted into a substance called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is like a traffic controller for the circulatory system. It helps blood vessels dilate slightly, making it easier for blood to reach the extremities. In younger people, this enhances exercise performance. But for those over 60, it's even more critical. Nitric oxide boosts blood flow to the legs, supports muscle nourishment, and warms the thighs and calves, areas prone to numbness and fatigue, as circulation declines with age. Besides nitrate, spinach is rich in iron, a core component for red blood cell production and oxygen transport throughout the body. Its folate content supports nerve function, especially in motor neurons affecting the lower limbs. Two other key minerals, magnesium and potassium, help stabilize muscle contraction, like a fine-tuned brake and accelerator system, reducing cramps and minor spasms during sleep. A study published in Nutrients in 2021 by Jonathan Allen's team reviewed dozens of reports and concluded that plant-based nitrate-rich diets, particularly from spinach, increase nitric oxide production, thereby improving endothelial function, restoring circulation, and enhancing endurance in older adults. According to the nutrient analysis, spinach contains about 250 to 350 milligrams of nitrate per 100 grams, higher than beetroot and many other vegetables. This amount is sufficient to yield beneficial vascular effects if consumed regularly. However, it's essential to clarify that spinach is often believed to be high in calcium, but that's just what's indicated on nutritional labels. In reality, most of the calcium in spinach is not bioavailable. This is because the calcium is bound to oxalate, a compound prone to crystallizing and resisting absorption in the intestines. A 1988 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that only about 5.1% of calcium in spinach is absorbed, compared to 27.6% from milk. Another study in Journal of Food Science in 1993 specified even more clearly, only about 0.3% of spinach calcium is utilized by the body. So, if you're dealing with osteoporosis or need calcium supplementation, spinach is not a good source. But if your goal is to restore blood flow to the legs, enhance endurance, and support motor nerves, then spinach deserves the top spot. If you're new to spinach, start by lightly steaming or boiling it, then sautéing with olive oil and a few garlic slices. The garlic helps mask the slightly strong taste and aids digestion. You can also cook it in soups with potatoes or mix it into egg dishes like spinach egg custard. Each serving should include about half a cup of cooked spinach, roughly 90 to 100 grams. It's not necessary to eat it daily, but aim for 3 to 4 times per week. For those with a history of kidney stones, it's best to use cooked rather than raw spinach, since cooking significantly reduces oxalate content. If you enjoy smoothies, blend it with bananas and unsweetened almond milk. Limit to twice a week, and consume in the morning for best results. Number 2. Broccoli. Have you ever noticed that after a midday nap, your legs feel slower? Or on humid days, your knees make a slight cracking sound when you stand up? When collagen in the cartilage diminishes, when muscle mass gradually decreases and the ability to repair declines, vegetables like broccoli can become a recovery assistant you never expected. What makes broccoli special lies in a compound called sulforaphane, which only forms when you chew thoroughly or steam the vegetable properly. Sulforaphane is derived from glucoraphanin through the enzyme myrosinase, a highly heat-sensitive enzyme. Once in the body, sulforaphane activates a range of protective enzymes, helping neutralize aging-related free radicals and reduce chronic inflammation in cartilage and soft tissues around the joints. According to a study published in Arthritis and Rheumatism, sulforaphane directly inhibits the MMP's enzyme group, known as the collagen destroyers in joints. This helps slow down joint degeneration due to aging and reduces the risk of cartilage damage or chronic inflammation. Moreover, broccoli is one of the richest natural sources of vitamin K, with over 140 micrograms per 100 grams, meeting nearly 120% of daily requirements. Vitamin K activates osteocalcin, a protein responsible for binding calcium to the bone structure. Without vitamin K, even if you consume a lot of calcium, it won't reach the right destination. Additionally, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin C in broccoli help improve neuromuscular transmission, reduce muscle stiffness, and keep joint ligaments functioning smoothly. In Chapter 1 of the book Nutritional Composition and Antioxidant Properties of Fruits and Vegetables, 2020, the research group led by Geetha S. Nagraj confirmed that broccoli contains vitamins A, C, E, K, folate, along with magnesium, calcium, zinc, selenium, and plant-based omega-3s, forming a rare joint and connective tissue repair kit among vegetables. A study published in IOP Conference Series in 2018 showed that 100 grams of fresh broccoli contain up to 727 milligrams of potassium, 8 milligrams of magnesium, and over 10 milligrams of calcium. However, if boiled, potassium and sodium levels drop by over 50%, and magnesium and calcium by nearly 30%. Therefore, cooking methods directly affect this vegetable's effectiveness. Another study in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry confirmed that steaming broccoli for 3 to 4 minutes preserves 80 to 90% of sulforaphane, while boiling it for more than 10 minutes destroys up to 70% of the compound. Notably, broccoli sprouts, which you often see labeled as sprouts, contain 10 to 20 times more sulforaphane than the mature plant. If you eat small portions or need stronger anti-inflammatory effects, sprouts can be an ideal choice. The secret of broccoli lies in how you cook it. Don't boil it and pour the water away. You'll lose most of the nutrients. The best method is to steam it for 3 to 4 minutes, just enough to cook through without becoming mushy while activating the myrosinase enzyme to produce sulforaphane. After steaming, you can toss it with sautéed garlic, olive oil, and a pinch of pink salt. a simple yet delicious dish. For variety, try broccoli soup with white fish or lightly steamed broccoli sprouts. A portion of just 30 grams delivers stronger anti-inflammatory effects than a full plate of mature broccoli. Aim to eat this about 3 to 4 times per week, preferably at lunch or dinner, to ensure optimal digestion and nutrient absorption. Number 3. Kale. Many people only see kale as a green, chewy, tasteless side dish. But behind those curly leaves lies a treasure trove of nutrients essential for people over 60. If you've ever heard someone say that vegetables don't have enough calcium or that only milk is good for bones, then you probably haven't heard about kale. Kale, this seemingly simple vegetable, contains a remarkable amount of calcium. About 254 milligrams per 100 grams of raw kale, according to Barapatre et al. In 2022. Notably, the absorption rate of calcium from kale is significantly higher than that from many other foods. A well-known study by Heaney and Weaver in 1990, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, showed that the body absorbs up to 40.9% of the calcium from kale, compared to only 32.1% from milk and less than 5% from spinach. The reason is simple. Kale does not contain high levels of oxalate, a compound that binds calcium in the gut, making it unavailable for absorption. This is a crucial difference from spinach, which is known for being rich in calcium, but offers very poor absorption. Besides calcium, kale contains another vital bone-supporting nutrient that is often overlooked: vitamin K, up to 817 micrograms per 100 grams, nearly 7 times the recommended daily intake. Vitamin K doesn't build bone directly, but acts like a key to activate a protein called osteocalcin. Osteocalcin's job is to guide calcium to the right spots in the bone structure, making them stronger. Without vitamin K, even if you have plenty of calcium, it may not bind properly, like having bricks without the cement. According to a review by Radulescu et al., published in the Journal of Agroalimentary Processes and Technologies in 2024, vitamin K plays a key role in activating osteocalcin, ensuring calcium stays in bones instead of floating around in the bloodstream. Additionally, kale is rich in alpha-linolenic acid ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that makes up 54% of the total fatty acids in its leaves, according to Ayaz et al. In 2006, Food Chemistry. This compound reduces inflammation, supports joint health, and protects blood vessels, particularly important for those over 60. Kale contains a wide range of natural anti-inflammatory compounds. A study by Chadha et al. In 2012, published in the International Journal of Food, Nutrition, and Public Health, reported that kale is rich in flavonoids like quercetin and kaempferol, compounds that suppress NF-κB activity, a key molecule in chronic inflammation. Vitamin C levels in kale are also very high, around 93.4 milligrams per 100 grams, according to Barapatre in 2022. Vitamin C is necessary for collagen production, the protein that forms cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. A lack of vitamin C can lead to worn-out cartilage, inflamed joints, premature skin aging, and muscle weakness. Furthermore, kale contains plant-based omega-3 ALA, accounting for 54% of the leaf's fatty acids, as noted by Ayaz et al. ALA helps reduce inflammation, stabilize cell membranes, and especially support vascular health, crucial for older adults. Another scientific review by Barapatre et al., published in the Journal of Pharmacognosy and Phytochemistry in 2022, confirmed that kale provides a wide array of key micronutrients. Vitamin C, 93.4 milligrams per 100 grams. Beta-carotene, 9,225 international units. Lutein zeaxanthin, about 3,600 micrograms. Iron, magnesium, and flavonoid antioxidants such as quercetin and kaempferol. These compounds assist in collagen synthesis, stabilize cartilage cells, and reduce oxidative stress, a deep-rooted cause of bone and cartilage aging. Chadha et al. Also confirmed that kale is high in fiber, carotenoids, and is especially suited for anti-inflammatory nutrition, bone protection, and mobility recovery in seniors. Kale can be tough if eaten raw, but when lightly steamed, it becomes easier to digest and retains most of its nutrients. Steaming for 3 to 5 minutes helps preserve over 90% of both vitamin K and C, while also reducing the risk of bloating. A typical serving is about 3/4 cup of cooked kale, around 90 grams, consumed 3 to 4 times a week. You can toss steamed kale with a bit of olive oil and sliced boiled egg. Healthy fats help your body absorb vitamin K and A better. For those with digestion issues or weak teeth, kale can be blended with potatoes, onions, and a piece of salmon into a light soup, nutrient-rich yet gentle on the stomach. Number 4. Beetroot. Few people realize that behind the vibrant red of beetroot lies a powerful biological system quietly supporting the health of older adults, from blood pressure to joints, muscles, and blood function. Beetroot is one of the richest natural plant sources of dietary inorganic nitrate. Once consumed, nitrate is converted in the body into nitric oxide, a molecule that dilates blood vessels and increases blood flow to muscles, the heart, and the brain. A study by Clifford et al. In 2015 published in Nutrients showed that within hours of drinking beetroot juice, systolic blood pressure dropped by 5 to 10 millimeters of mercury, and muscle blood flow significantly increased, improving endurance and post-exercise recovery in older adults. Kapil et al. In 2015 in Hypertension reported that 250 milliliters of beetroot juice raised plasma nitric oxide levels by 21% within 2.5 hours and lowered systolic blood pressure by 7.7 millimeters of mercury in seniors. This explains why beetroot can enhance walking endurance, improve alertness, and warm extremities after just a few weeks of consistent use. At the same time, pigments betanin and beta-cyanin in beetroot have strong antioxidant effects. Kujala et al. In 2001, in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, found that betanin can inhibit COX-2 and LOX, enzymes that trigger inflammation in joints, showing anti-inflammatory effects comparable to powerful plant flavonoids. These compounds also help protect collagen in cartilage from early degradation, according to Dominguez et al. In 2018, 100 grams of fresh beetroot contains about 4.3 millimoles of nitrate, enough to produce measurable biological effects. Additionally, research by Kayati Varshni and Kirti Mishra in 2022 showed beetroot juice contains ascorbic acid, which enhances iron absorption and helps produce collagen, a key component of joint cartilage. Though beetroot contains a small amount of oxalate, according to F. van Egmond in 1979, it's mainly concentrated in the leaves and upper plant, while the root has much less. This makes beetroot a more suitable source of minerals compared to high oxalate leafy greens like spinach, which trap calcium in a non-absorbable form. Ulrich and Mostafa in 1976 noted that calcium deficiency in beet plants occurs during rapid growth due to ion competition with magnesium and potassium. This helps explain why beetroot isn't calcium-rich, but is high in manganese, folate, vitamin C, and iron, all of which indirectly support bone, blood, and nerve function. Beetroot juice also reduces systemic oxidative stress. Wooten Beard and Ryan in 2011, in the Journal of Functional Foods, reported that beet extract lowered MDA, a marker of oxidative damage, and increased protective enzymes like catalase and SOD in adults, slowing tissue degeneration and promoting post-exercise recovery. Beyond muscles and blood, beetroot also impacts liver and kidney function. According to Kazimierczak et al. In 2016, betalains in beetroot support liver detox, reduce liver enzymes, and improve kidney filtration, especially important for seniors taking multiple medications or with fatty liver or high liver enzymes. Additionally, beetroot-derived nitrate improves cerebral blood flow, potentially supporting cognition in seniors at risk of dementia, according to preliminary findings by Ormischer et al. In 2018. Beetroot should be steamed or juiced, not overboiled, to preserve its water-soluble compounds. A 120 milliliter glass of beetroot juice per day, ideally in the morning before walking or light activity, is enough to enhance circulation without negatively impacting blood pressure in seniors. For those with sensitive stomachs, beetroot can be cooked with oatmeal and a dash of olive oil to improve fat-soluble vitamin absorption. Avoid excessive daily use if you have a history of calcium oxalate kidney stones. Beetroot isn't just colorful food, it's a true medicinal food. By adding it just 1 to 2 times per week, you're actively caring for your blood, muscles, joints, and even liver and kidneys, naturally and without pressure. Number 5. Sweet potato. For many, sweet potatoes are just a rustic breakfast or an occasional rice substitute, but few realize this root vegetable contains a nutrient profile remarkably tailored to support the aging body. It's not just a source of slow-digesting carbs, it also delivers beta-carotene, fermentable fiber, anthocyanins, magnesium, and potassium, all of which play direct roles in muscle, nerve, digestive, and immune function for adults over 60. Beta-carotene in yellow sweet potatoes is a fat-soluble provitamin A. Once absorbed, it's converted into retinol, an active form of vitamin A that protects the lining of the small and large intestines. This enhances micronutrient absorption and reduces inflammation in the gut lining. According to Burry BJ in 2011, Journal of Nutrition, the absorption rate of beta-carotene from sweet potatoes can reach 92% when consumed with light fats such as olive oil. Sweet potatoes also provide a notable amount of vitamin C, crucial for synthesizing collagen, the connective tissue linking muscle fibers, tendons, and joints. Carr and McGeaney in 2017, nutrients highlight that vitamin C activates the enzyme prolyl hydroxylase, which directly helps build new collagen structures. For neuromuscular health, magnesium calms nerve cells and stabilizes signal transmission, while potassium regulates muscle contraction, heart rhythm, and blood pressure. According to Senthilkumar et al. In 2020, sweet potatoes contain on average 337 milligrams of potassium and 25 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams, an ideal ratio to replenish common deficiencies in older adults due to poor intake or use of diuretics. Purple sweet potatoes also contain anthocyanins, potent antioxidants that protect small blood vessels and enhance peripheral circulation. Research by Hugh S.M. et al. In 2015, Journal of Food Composition and Analysis reports that purple sweet potatoes contain up to 204 milligrams of anthocyanins per 100 grams, comparable to blueberries. Sweet potato fiber not only promotes regularity, it also nourishes the gut microbiota. Wang et al. In 2020, nutrients found that oligosaccharides in sweet potatoes increase microbial diversity and boost levels of bifidobacteria and lactobacillus, 2 key species linked to a stronger immune system and reduced chronic inflammation in older adults. Moreover, sweet potatoes contain natural enzymes that support starch digestion, allowing for steady energy release without the sharp glucose spike typical of white rice. Hugh et al. In 2015 also noted the ability of polyphenols in sweet potato skin to slow glucose absorption. A practical survey at Tufts University's Nutrition Center found that seniors who replaced 3 weekly rice meals with steamed or boiled sweet potatoes reported significant improvements in constipation, bloating, and sleep quality, mainly due to reduced nighttime leg cramps. Steamed sweet potatoes are the best option to preserve nutrients. Try steaming them until just tender, then cool, and mix with unsweetened yogurt and a sprinkle of chia seeds or toasted sesame, an easy-to-digest snack that boosts gut health and beta-carotene absorption. For a savory option, stir-fry lightly with spinach or carrots. Add a dash of olive oil and black pepper for a more flavorful and digestion-friendly dish. Eating them 3 to 4 times per week is ideal. If you have chronic conditions like diabetes, it's best to consume sweet potatoes at lunch, when blood sugar and insulin sensitivity are at their peak. Thank you for staying with me until the end of today's video. Nutrition isn't a miracle that works overnight, but small, consistent changes repeated each week can create a big difference over time. If you found this information helpful, don't hesitate to hit like and subscribe to continue receiving gentle, pressure-free wellness tips. I wish you continued health, patience, and the love to care for yourself every single day.